Hello, hello, and welcome to another episode of the Empowering Lives Through an Online Business. And happy Friday to everyone, or happy Saturday if you're already on Saturday. So today we're bringing you the following topic.
Yeah, our topic for episode 29 is Finish Strong, how to end the year with momentum.
Yes, so that's what we're going to be talking today. But before we dive into our topic, let us introduce ourselves. So, hi everyone, my name is Sandy. I'm originally from Panama, but currently residing in Surrey, British Columbia, Canada. I also work in the movie industry, and I'm a proud digital business owner and mentor.
Hello, everyone. Happy Friday. My name is Isabel. I am originally from Mexico, now living in North Carolina with my beautiful family. I am a digital business owner and a mentor.
Yes. We also want to remind everyone that every Tuesdays and every Thursdays we have our live webinar. So if you want to learn how you can start your online business and start earning online, all you have to do is just register into any of the websites that appear on the screen with your name and email address, and we'll send you that invitation to watch the webinar. So when you register into our website, you will receive an email that will contain two links. The first one is to register to the live webinar. So that one will take you to a page that will have two buttons, one for Tuesday and one for Thursday, since those are the 2 days that we have our live webinar. It happens at the same time, 5 p.m. PST and 8 p.m. EST. So you can register for either one or for both. The second link you get there is the link to the replay of the live webinar. So just in case you cannot attend to the live webinar, that's not a problem. You can always catch the replay and watch it from the comfort of your own home. In addition to that, we also invite you to our private Facebook group where you get to see more success stories from members of our communities and more information about the business. So you might wondering, so what is it that you're gonna find out on the webinar? On the webinar, you're gonna find out how an online business plan works, and also you get to hear from the panelists, which are members of our community, who will be sharing with you why they decided to start their online business and how this online business has transformed their lives. So if you wanna catch yesterday's live webinar, before next Tuesday's live webinar, here are the hosts and panelists from yesterday. And yesterday we had the pleasure to have our friend Isabel in the as a panelist. So she was yesterday sharing her story. So if you want to hear her story, all you have to do is just register into any of the websites and you'll be able to hear her story. So now let's see who were the hosts and panelists from yesterday's live webinar.
Okay, so yesterday on our live webinar, we had Jay as our host. We also had Larry Donna, who is a catering hospitality manager. We had Revette, who is a psychologist. We had Fatima, who is a New York police officer. We also had Israt, who is a dental assistant. We had Arta, who is a director of environmental services. And I had the pleasure of being one of them as well. I'm a former educational assistant. And we also had Tabby, who is a beauty therapist.
Thank you, Isabel. Yeah, so if you're catching yesterday's replay of the live webinar, our replays has subtitles in several languages, and our live webinar has subtitles in 5 languages: the Spanish, French, Tagalog, Vietnamese, and Arabic. So there you go. So if you want to learn how to start your online business, all you have to do is just register into any of the websites. All right, so let's dive into our topic for today.
Yeah, so today we're going to be talking about finishing strong, how to end the year with momentum.
Yeah, so that's what we're going to be talking today. So, welcome back to another episode of the Empowering Lives Through an Online Business. And happy and blessed Friday for those who are on Friday, and happy and blessed Saturday for those who are already on Saturday. So, we are in the final stretch of the year. Okay, so we're almost there, a few more days, and then the year 2025 is over. And at this moment, there are, this moment is where many people slow down, check out and wait for the January to start fresh. But successful people, the ones that who build freedom, income, and impact, do something different. They don't stop, they finish strong. They use these last weeks to build that momentum, to create that strength habits before this new year, and step into the new year with clarity and confidence. So today we're breaking down how to finish this year with intention. So we enter the next one already ahead. So that's what we're going to be talking today. And for that, we have the following points.
Okay, so we're going to be talking about 2 points. The first one is small, consistent actions create massive momentum. And the second one is reflection plus strategy equals a strong, aligned start to the new year.
Yeah, so that's what we're going to be talking today. So let's dive in with the first point.
Yeah, so the first point is small, consistent actions create massive momentum. We often think success comes from dramatic leaps, but the truth is far more empowering. It's the small, steady actions that change everything. So, research from the University of Pennsylvania confirmed it. People who take consistent micro actions are up to 40% more likely to achieve long term goals than those who depend on motivation alone. And honestly, this changed my life. No, when I first started my online business, I didn't have extra time, perfect confidence, or a clear roadmap. I had responsibilities, I had fear, and a full plate as a mother, as a grandmother, and as an immigrant rebuilding my path in this country. But I didn't have one thing. I did have one thing. You know, the willingness to take action, to take one small step every single day. So some days that step was watching a 10-minute training. Other days it was posting even when my voice was shaking. Sometimes it was sending one message, learning one skill, or reminding myself that my future was worth the effort. And, a little by little, everything started shifting. A small step created momentum, momentum created confidence, and confidence opened the doors, a life I once believed was too far from reach. So your audience needs to hear this. They don't need perfection. They don't need to know everything. They don't need big results today. All they need is to hear your story. They need to be inspired by your journey, because often people believe in themselves when they can see other people just like them doing the very thing they want to do. So they just need the courage to do one thing consistently, because that is what that's what compounds over time. You know, James Clear's 1% rule says it best. If you get just 1% better every day, you become 37 times better in 1 year. Imagine what 1% of courage, discipline, and vision can do for your life, your family, and your future. This week isn't about intensity, it's about intention. It's about showing up. It's about providing or proving to yourself that momentum begins with one step. And if I could build something meaningful from daily small actions while juggling family, work, fear, you can too. A small steps done daily build a future your comfort zone never will. So start today. Your momentum begins with one single step. All you got to do is take action.
Thank you, Isabel. So yeah, so Isabel gave us, the first point about finishing strong, and how to end the year with momentum. And that is, small, consistent actions will create that massive momentum because all the compound of the small actions that you take. All right, so let's move on to point number 2. So reflection plus strategy equal a strong aligned start to the new year. And before I started this digital business, the end of every year used to feel a blur. Okay, so feel like a blur. In the film industry, everything moved fast, deadlines, projects, new productions, and I rarely had time to pause and reflect. Every time that I finished, for example, at the end of the year, when I finished the production, what I was thinking was, taking a break because I was burned out. So I usually will take a break, and then, time to think of outside, of the movies, and try to spend time with my family and then come back again. So that's the cycle, right? But what happened is that my focus was always on what's next and know what's working. And because after I finish a production, you have to look for another job, another production. So you finish that one, you move on to the next one. So that's why, I say what's next. So, but once I step into the entrepreneurship, I realize something powerful, that growth doesn't come from doing more, it comes from doing what matters most. And the only way to know what truly matters is through reflection. And according to a study from Harvard Business School, found that people who take time to reflect weekly improve performance by 23% compared to those who don't. And that's because reflection creates clarity, and clarity creates that momentum, and that momentum creates the results. So as this year comes to an end, I invite you to pause and ask yourself the following questions. So, what worked well this year? And the next one is, what drained you, your energy this year? And what do you want more of? And also, what aligns with your purpose right now? And where do you want your business to grow next? So for me, reflection has become part of my business read. Every month, I take time to review what I've learned from my team, my mentors, and my results. I don't see it as looking back. I see it as a realigning forward. Because when we pair reflection with the strategy, we don't just hope for a better year, we are building one. And according to a Dominican University study, people who write down their goals are 42% more likely to achieve them. And that's why I love beginning each new season with vision mapping, goal setting, and a clear path that aligns with both my purpose and my peace. This is about adding more. This isn't about adding more pressure. It's about finishing strong with intention and not overwhelmed. And entering the new year with clarity and not confusion. A strong year doesn't start in January. It starts with reflection today because you want to start preparing. This month is like to preparing for the new year. So take a deep breath, grab your journal, and give yourself the gift to clarity. Your next chapter deserves a leader who's focused, who's grounded, and who's ready to grow with purpose. So that's my message for this point. And let's find out what is our key takeaway for this topic.
Yeah, our key takeaway is momentum isn't something we wait for, it's something we create. The year isn't over, your story is not done. And every small step you take today builds confidence, clarity, and strength for the year ahead. Let's finish strong together.
Yes, so that's our message for today. And we do have a comment from Gina Dimitrov. So thank you, Gina, for watching. And she said,
Thank you,
hello,
Gina.
sister. Good morning and happy Friday. Yes, happy Friday to you too. Thank you for your comment.
Happy
Um,
Friday.
and then what is our message for the audience?
Yeah, so our message is if you're ready to enter the new year with momentum, alignment, and support, drop the word strong below or message us for the free info session. Let's step into the next chapter, prepare, empower, and focus.
Yes, so that's our message for you. And we have arrived to the end of our lives. So we hope so that you got some enlightenment how to finish strong, the year with a momentum. And that momentum, we created now in December. So if we start preparing now in December, we're gonna be starting the January 2026 or the new year, with very strong. And that is powerful when you start reflecting. And that's one of the things that, when we, um, in our, like when we are not an entrepreneur, we don't see it that way. We just see on that cycle. We're always on the go. And we don't pause to reflect, in our life, like what is working, what is not working, how can we make changes here, and that's something that we need to create, in our daily life. You can reflect on a daily basis, like you finish your day and see like, okay, what have I shift today? How can I improve what I didn't make today? And then also on a weekly basis and a monthly and yearly. So if you do that, then you're going to start seeing changes in yourself and in your business. So yeah, so that's what we wanted to share with you today. So if you want to learn how to start your online business and start earning online, and be part of a global online community that empowers you, that uplifts you, and that where you grow, inside of the community, and you're not alone in this journey. Here are three ways that you can do that. So you can put in the comments more info, or you can send us a private message where we'll be happy to answer any questions that you might have, or you can register directly into our websites that appear on the screen with your name and email address, and we'll send you that invitation to watch the webinar. So when you register into our website, you will receive an email that will contain two links. The first one is to register to the live webinar. So that one will take you to a page that will have two buttons, one for Tuesday, one for Thursday, since those are the 2 days that we have our live webinar, and it happens at the same time on those 2 days, 5 p.m. PST and 8 p.m. EST. The second link you get there is the link to the replay of the live webinar. So just in case you cannot attend to the live webinar, that's not a problem. You can always catch the replay and watch it from the comfort of your own home. In addition to that, we also invite you to our private Facebook group where you get to see more success stories from members of our community and more information about the business. Now, you're probably wondering, so what is it that we're going to find out on the webinar? On the webinar, you're going to find out how our online business plan works, and also you get to hear from the panelists, which are members of our community, who will be sharing with you why they decided to start their online business and how this online business has transformed their lives. So if you want to catch yesterday's replay before this coming Tuesday's live webinar, here are the hosts and panelists from yesterday. And again, yesterday we have the pleasure to have my friend here, Isabel, who was sharing her story with all of you. So if you want to catch her story, all you have to do is just register into any of the websites and you will be able to hear her story. So let's dive in. Let's see who were the hosts and panelists from yesterday's live webinar.
Yes. So yesterday we had Jay as our host. She's a former bank employee. We also had Larry Donna, who is a catering hospitality manager. We had Mirvete, who is a psychologist. We had Fatima, who is a New York police officer. And we also had Isra, who is a dental assistant. We had Arta, who is a director of environmental services. And like Sandy said, I had the pleasure of being there yesterday sharing my story. And we also had Tabby, who is a beauty therapist.
Yeah, thank you, Isabel. Yes. So if you're catching yesterday's replay, our replays has subtitles in several languages, and our live webinar has subtitles in 5 languages: the Spanish, French, Tagalog, Vietnamese, and Arabic. So if you want to learn how to start your online business, again, all you have to do is just put in the comments more info, send us a private message. We'll be happy to answer any questions that you might have, or register directly into our website. So we want to say thank you to everyone that has watched the live with us today. And for those catching the replay, thank you so much. To our followers, thank you so much for being part of our journey, for believing in us, and for engaging with our content. So let's find out what is our topic for next Friday. All right.
Yes. Next Friday's topic will be faith over fear, embracing your entrepreneurial journey.
Yes. So that's what we're gonna be talking next Friday. So we'll explore how to trust the process, how to step boldly into your purpose, and we build it with confidence, even when the path feels uncertain. Because as we mentioned, in many other lives, there's always going to be ups and downs in this journey. So we have to be prepared when we have those down moments. So how to build it with confidence, even with the path feels that way. So, and that's part of the building the resilience and working on our mindset. So, saying that, I want to say thank you again to everyone. And we want to wish everyone a happy and blessed Friday for those who are on Friday, and a happy and blessed Saturday for those who are on Saturday, and a happy and blessed weekend ahead for everyone. So, thank you again for being here with us today. And until the next episode of the Empowering Lives Through an Online Business, thank you, everyone. God bless you all. And thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching. Have a great Friday and a blessed weekend ahead.